It's all good. You all know my first guest from her Emmy Award-winning role as Phoebe on Friends. And starting today, she can be seen with Val Kilmer in Wonderland. Please welcome Lisa Kudrow. It's all good. How you doing?
Good.
I really love your hair. It looks great. It looks fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I know hair.
Yeah.
Not such a good thing for me. You know what? I'm sorry, but first of all, happy birthday, because I missed your birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't too long ago, and you had a big party, and it was out on the West Coast, and
Yeah.
we're friends from a long time ago, and I couldn't go. You invited me, which was very nice, but I couldn't go. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was
Yeah?
really fun. I got drunk. I don't do that a lot.
You don't do that.
I know, I don't.
And this is a cautionary tale. Kids should not be wooing, because you're trying to tell them that's evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, that was convincing, yeah. Was it, but it sounds like it was a really nice party.
It was really fun. It was great.
Why did you get drunk? Because you don't do that.
No, I know, but, you know, scotch is my drink. And, you know, you get like that much
Right.
when you order scotch. Well, the bartender, he handed me a pitcher, practically. Well, I mean, it was just not, it was like a water glass filled with scotch.
Right.
Which is just, you know, those of us who know that that's not how you serve scotch.
Uh-huh.
But I drank it, and
You sort of drank it like it was lemonade really quickly, and
it's a party.
Yeah.
And, you know, then you get up and you say thank you to everyone for coming. I shared it with a friend, my friend Jamie, and I had our party together. Anyway, so I get up and I am saying thank you to everybody, and I just start like making fun of the bartenders and saying like, and they don't know what they're doing because look what they gave me, like making fun of them when maybe they were just being nice, like it's your birthday here.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Here, have way too much alcohol for your bloodstream. Yeah, so did you recover all right? Because that can be brutal. I mean, getting drunk like that.
Yeah, I recovered. It was fine. And luckily, Jamie then like took over and said nice things to
Got
everybody.
the mic away from you when you started to go
got it
attack
away.
them. You know what's funny is that you, I was thinking about this today because I've known you for a really long time, and when we used to hang out in Los Angeles, you used to get very freaked out about the weather.
Well.
And because you grew up in California where the weather's pretty much always the same.
Yeah.
And every time there was any, and I think now you're on the East Coast, and I know that whenever there was any kind of inclement weather, you'd kind of freak out. You remember that?
Yeah, you yelled at me. I remember. I got really mad.
Yell at you. They'll think I'm crazy.
You yelled at me and you pushed me out of the car.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
Well, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
No, it was. But I am silly. I mean, I'm squeamish, and for whatever reason, I was really unnerved by the wind.
But also,
Remember?
what I'm talking about is not an 80-mile-an-hour wind or even a 50-mile-an-hour wind. I'm talking about a light breeze. Literally a light breeze. I could see like a little trash.
No, yeah, a little trash, but it got whipped up into like what I decided was, it's a tornado. You know, remember?
Like she'd see a napkin like slowly spiraling from a little breeze in California, and you would say, pull over, pull over.
I flipped out. I was like, look at that! Remember, I was shrieking, and you just went, all right, stop it! I got so mad.
Yeah, well, that's
I don't
what I had to
blame you.
do.
It
I
was
became
really-
very, And then I pushed you out of the car, and you were carried away on the mini tornado. But I was thinking about it today because I was realizing that you went to college on the East Coast, in Poughkeepsie, and it gets really cold there.
Yeah.
If you can't deal with a little bit of wind in California, how did you deal with 4 years of college?
I didn't. I was angry for 4 years. You know, it snows, and then it melts, and then it freezes over, and there's just a sheet of ice. And everyone, no one...
You're like explaining to us, you know. Let me explain what happens. And then ice forms. And then it gets warmer slowly. And then the summer. And then fall. But then winter again.
Like I'm the only one who's ever experienced it. You don't know what happened to me.
Yeah. This is a terrible thing that happened. I saw ice and had to walk carefully around it.
But it's hazardous. It's really
It's hazardous,
And
yeah.
no one's batting an eye.
Right. So if you ever saw a little bit of ice and some trash blowing, you'd get into an underground bunker and just started eating canned tuna or something until it all blows over. right, well, let me ask you about a nicer place to be, which is, in my opinion, France. I know that you went to France recently on a nice trip.
Yeah, that was nice.
With your family. And what I was curious about is, do people leave you alone when you go there, or do they write about you when you go to France? Are there tabloid stories about you in France, or is it off limits, kind of?
Everything was fine. I wasn't really bothered. And when I came home, there was one tabloid story. I was in the south of France visiting my in-laws. There was one tabloid story about me walking down the Champs-Élysées, which is in Paris, and I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And someone kept saying, Phoebe, Phoebe, and Kudrow, angry, wheeled on the man, and then realized it was Robin Williams, and they laughed and laughed. And then got a coffee at a patisserie and talked for hours. And first of all, did I say they said it was Robin Williams?
Yeah, you said it was Robin Williams, yeah.
Because I'm unnerved by the weather story.
Okay, settle down. It's all going to be good.
But it's not happening right now.
Yeah. I'm just curious why, I mean, like, when they make something up, I know that, this is like 2 years ago or something, there was a story and it said, and I've mentioned this before, but they just said, close pal says Conan O'Brien doesn't wash his hands after using bathroom. And there was a picture of me looking really sad.
Really?
I was like, can't you make up a cool story about me? Like I had a torrid night of passion with Pam Anderson? No, doesn't wash his hands after... And then the other one was, I have high cholesterol. And it was the same sad story, but like, same sad face from a different angle. And I'm like, these are terrible. At least yours is like with a celebrity and you're in Paris and it's all very cool.
Okay, but it's just like she got really angry till she saw that it was someone famous, and then she was nice. You know.
Right,
I don't care for that.
I still think it's a lot better than mine.
Yeah,
I think you win, is what I'm saying.
I didn't have anything about hygiene, so I guess I made out a little better.
You win. All right, let's talk about Wonderland, because I want to make sure we get to this.
Yeah.
This is not a really funny thing to talk about. It's a true story. It's a very dark story about a 1981 multiple murder. Mm-hmm. And I was actually reading a New York Times review today that singled you out as doing an amazing job in this movie. So wow. you must be very excited.
That's exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But I like the movie a lot. You know, I was afraid to see it because I'm squeamish. I don't know if you could tell from the other stories about the weather, but I watched a tape and I loved it. I thought it was really good, just really good, and the performances are unbelievable in it. And
you get to actually, it's a dramatic role for you, and your look is very different in this. I mean, people that know you from Friends are going to see you in a different way in this movie. Yeah. We have a clip. What do people need to know about?
This is when I'm playing. Okay, the story's about John Holmes' involvement in these murders.
Right, he was a famous porn star who was sort of on the outs and got involved with some bad people and was involved in a murder.
Well into his drug addiction, and I play his wife, who they have a pretty strained relationship. She was a very straight-laced, woman, and so anyway, the police have brought him in, and he's trying to talk Sharon into going into the witness protection program with him and his teenage girlfriend.
Right. He wants to bring his wife into the witness protection program with him, and actually, it is funny. This is, I guess, a scene with you and Val Kilmer, who plays John Holmes. Let's take a look at this clip from Wonderland.
No, John, no, I am not going into the witness protection program with you. That's that.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Sharon, this is the new start. No, listen. This is the new start. We're starting.
Listen.
Sharon, everything that we planned could happen now, okay?
I don't want a fresh start with you, John. Wake up.
Oh, listen.
Okay? No, you listen. I am through supporting you. What do you think? I would just leave and never see my family again?
Sharon.
You've gone too far this
hang
time,
on a second.
pal.
If you don't help me with this, I am dead.
You're already dead.
That's good. That's a really good scene. But it's great to see you do, I mean...
It was great. This was really, not that it's fun material, but it was fun to do. It was really fulfilling, I have to say.
Right. It's also, I think it's fun for a lot of us to see you do these roles where you get to show that...
Something a little different.
Yeah, that you can really act, which is great. Wonderland... I didn't mean it that way.
It nicely.
That's
the little trick my mind plays on
Well, you do great on Friends, but it's just nice to see, like, there's this range and there's this depth there, which I think is very cool. Wonderland's now playing, but I got to laugh, so I'm happy. Wonderland is now playing in New York and L.A., and Friends, like, I have to mention this. Did you know that Friends is on Thursday nights at 8? I'm going to get the word out about Friends.
Thank you.
Thursday nights at 8 on NBC. Lisa Kudrow, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy Piven coming up. We'll be right back.